Hello everybody, it's the Farm Sim Guy here. Hope you're all doing well. We're back on Bull's Gap. That's right, if you remember at the end of the last episode we'd made some pretty good progress with the harvest and some pretty good money, to be honest. So what we've got to do today, we're going to pick up the rest of this canola straw and get that sold. We don't really need that. And the other thing we need to probably shift is these 5 bales of soybean straw as well. Again, not needed by us, so we'll use it to make a bit of money. So let's just jump straight into that. It shouldn't take us too long to collect this up. And then we've got our field of oats at the top there, which we're definitely going to harvest straight after this. We're going to keep the straw, or certainly some of the straw, for the horses, because it's helpful, I think, to use as bedding for them. And also we are going to use the oats to feed them. Now, I don't have anywhere to store those oats at the moment, so we need to think about how we're going to fund that. I think they can probably sit in the trailer to start with. We'll probably not get a full trailer load off there, so there probably won't be enough to sell that grain, but that's not a bad thing, because probably we can store it in the trailer, like I said, until we've got somewhere better to put it, or until all the horses eat it all. We do need to think about probably some hay for them as well to back up that as additional feed, so even if it's just stripping that area that we've logged in front of us there and using that grass as straw for a little while, that will be enough. So we'll push on. We'll just get this all loaded up and over to the sell point, and then we'll load up the bales. I've got a bit of a plan for the bales. Don't think we need to buy any new kit for that, even though we don't have a flat trailer or a bale spike, but I've got something up my sleeve for that. So let's pick this up and we will be back shortly. There we go, another 45% of a trailer load, so not to be sniffed at. We'll get that down to the sell point, so we'll see you there. Okay, here we are. Now, I think it was about $2,200 that we made last time, so with 45%, I'm probably expecting somewhere in the region of 1,000. Let's see what we get. Ticking up there, and we get, there you go, $1,021. Okay. Hey, every little counts at the moment, right? In total, that's over $3,000 of straw for one field, one small field, so definitely worth doing. Okay, we're back. Let's park this up. This tractor uses a lot of fuel. I don't know if it uses a lot of fuel or it's got a very small tank. But look at that. It's only about a quarter full already. So yeah, we do need to probably top that up. I don't have any fuel back here, so I'm just thinking maybe a fuel point at some point in here might be a good idea. Now, let me just jump in this. I'm going to give a shout out to one of my subscribers now, The Simulation, who suggested to me that we could use the logging trailer for shifting the bales, which is a pretty good idea, to be honest. I thought it was a great idea, so that's what we're going to do. Saves us a bit of money. We don't need to get another trailer just to move five bales, so that is what we're going to do. What I do want to do as well is test this. So rather than a bale spike, we're going to use this big bag strap that we bought, which works so successfully with the logs. I'm kind of hoping we get the same result with this. So, and it does work. Superb. Okay, I think we've got ourselves a plan. Okay, so we'll fire up the old girl, get her into the field. We'll just wait the 5 minutes for the engine to kick in. There we go. And we will take this up to the field and let's see how this goes. So there we go. I'm quite pleased with my stacking there as well, I'm not going to lie. That went a lot better than I thought it would. What a great tool this is, by the way. What a great tool. If you haven't got it, I would strongly suggest getting this on the farm. Right, we'll just drop this off quickly, and we'll grab that truck and we'll run it down. That's another job ticked off the list. Let's just park him here, shall we? Just put a few straps on these just so they don't roll away. There we go. Brilliant multi-purpose truck. Like I said, this truck has been one of the finds of the series, I think, for sure. It is so good, so versatile, and it's actually quite fun to drive as well. Right. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more for these because they're baled. We shall find out. Right, here we are. Let's just see if this works. So we just back up, hopefully, and they disappear. Wow. $500 a single bale. Well, I think we know what we're doing next time. We are baling it, because that is a serious return compared to loose straw. Wow. Okay. We definitely know what we're doing there. Okay. So let's get back now. Let's jump in with the harvester. Let's get the oats off the field, and certainly into the trailer for now. And we will also start to bale that straw. So things were going really well, but as you can see, just in the corner here, we have a little tiny bit of soybeans. When we planted the field, if you remember, we managed to put the wrong, we started planting with the wrong crop. So there's a tiny little bit of soybean. Now, Corsair has a little bit of a problem if it comes across an additional fruit in the field. So what we're having to do now is just go around manually a little bit and tidy it up. But once that's done, we should get a bit of a run at it again with no problems. Now we're going to let the combine run up there and get the job done. One thing I did notice actually was that the straw is pretty disparate. There's not very nice rows there, so I thought, well, why not get the windrower and tidy up those, make it more efficient for the baler. You could pull those into some pretty robust rows with a few passes with the windrower. So I think we're going to do that, just to try and keep things efficient. So we'll grab it from the back of the shed here, if we can get it out without causing too many problems with the planter it's next to. There we go. Right. so combine's finished. We'll just pop the rest of this into the truck here. Get that unloaded. See how much we've got in total. I don't know how much it is, but it'll certainly be enough to hopefully keep the horses fed for a while. And we will just run back. I'm liking the idea of this, so I'm going to run back and just finish this off. And then we'll get the baler on it.
Still here we are, my friend, over 10 years down the road. 3 kids in a big old house, can't wait happy alone. Well, I gotta give it to you, don't know how you found the time. Making all this meat while running down that line. Keep the love alive, it's a tricky thing. You gotta let it fly, you gotta give it wings. If you wanna make it right, blue man thrive. Don't hold on too tight, you know you gotta try. Keep the love alive.
Okay, there we go. That's a good job done. That should make baling a little bit more efficient. We'll run this back down to the shed. Let's try and keep things tidy. And then we will fire up the baler. So it's all go. It is all go. Well, as we're in the John Deere, we might as well stay in it. And we will bring these bales in. And then we've got a lot of ploughing to do. And I actually was thinking about cutting a new field. Certainly the results of that soybean straw for me make it worthwhile doing a nice big soybean field.
I gotta give it wings. If you wanna make it right, so blue man thrive. Oh, don't hold on too tight, you know you gotta try. Yeah, keep the love alive. Oh, it's a tricky thing. Well, you gotta let it fly. You gotta give it wings, yeah. If you wanna make it right, so blue man thrive. Don't hold back too tight. Well, you gotta try. Yeah, yeah. Oh, keep love alive. Well, keep love alive. Yeah, yeah. Oh, keep love alive. Yeah, 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 yeah. Keep love alive. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Keep it love alive.
Okay, straw done. There's 62% left in here, which is a little frustrating. That's quite a lot. I should have actually thought about maybe picking that up. But I don't believe we can unload the bale. No. So that's just going to have to stay in there till we next need some bales. But now I think it's time, just before we do anything else, I think it's time to get ourselves some horses, don't you? We have 16,000 in the bank. So for me, I think that equates to 2 horses. That could be quite a lucrative return on those if we look after them well. I am going to use Horse Helper, purely because the thought of riding horses every day drives me insane. So let's get a nice chestnut horse. We're also going to pay the fee to get them shipped in as well. And that one looks good too. So there we go, £10,000 plus £600 fee for shipping them here. We are the proud owner of 2 animals. Now, what we do need is some food for them and some water for them. I have just realised I haven't got any means of getting them water, so we'll sort that as well. So there we go, some food for the horses. They've taken the entire lot. Okay. Now that makes me nervous. Only because we don't have any more food after that to give them. So I think it might be prudent to get some oats planted pretty quick, I think. So the thought behind horses is that you buy them for 5,000 as long as you train them every day, and as long as they're kept fed and watered. The returns can be quite big. So I think you can ultimately sell a horse for £50,000 after a certain amount of time. I don't know how many days it is, but yeah, not to be sniffed at. So definitely a money spinner, and that potential £100,000 could really change the shape of the farm. Really change the shape of the farm. But I am slightly concerned about the food thing. I thought they would. I thought that might last them a while, but clearly it's not going to last them too long. So we better get some plants in the ground. It might be that we end up having to buy some food in the interim, just to keep them going. So interestingly, I was unable to find the point for a bale there. So what I'm going to try and do is see if I can cut the bale. I've got global companies installed, so I should be able to cut the bale. And see if we can unload it that way. There we go, bale cut. Ah, that didn't work, did it? Right, anyway, that's not a big deal. No problem though. We should be able to scoop this up. We've got a bucket. We can scoop it up and feed it to them manually. So, these things are sent to try us. Work around the problem. There we go. Now this bucket's not huge, but at least it will give us a chance to test. See if this will work as a solution. It's actually not that bad, her bucket size. There we go. A little bit of straw, unloaded. Okay, that's doing quite well actually. Wow. So it doesn't need much straw. That's pleasing. We will top this up to the max. I think we'll put the rest in the trailer for now. There we go, tidied up my little mess that I've made. So yes, if you're using that horse pen, there is no trigger for the straw element. You just tip it in the middle and it works. So mental note to remember for next time. Okay, now that's done. Water, that is a priority. Now I did just jump out of the game there and have a look in the mod hub, and I've picked up a couple of things. So if I go to, I believe it's animals, and go along to the end here, I've got a water trailer here which holds 1200 litres for 4,000, and I've got a water tank which holds 2,000 litres for 1,000. I think we know which one we're going to go for, don't we? So there we go. I think we'll just go for that, shall we? And we'll go and pick that up now, and we will bring it back. I think probably the easiest thing to take. Have we got a hitch on the back of this that would take it? I'm not sure. We'll give it a go. This is our fastest truck anyway, so just a case of getting it home as quickly as we can. And there we go. Luckily, it works. So that makes things a bit easier for us. It might look weird, but hey, you got to do what you got to do, right? Don't have the luxury of store deliveries or anything like that, so let's run this back to the farm, let's get those horses some water, and we are in a good position. Okay, we're back. Let's run this up to our little water pipe that we put in next to the toilet. Not to say that it's not good drinking water. And we'll fill that up. Ah, that works well. I am going to drop it off there. I'm going to grab a tractor for this, just because there's a bit of a slope there for it. Really do need to start thinking about fuel for this tractor as well, because I'm going to need him for the ploughing soon. Okay, let's get the horses watered. This will come in handy as well when we still want to do our greenhouse. We are struggling to make the money to be able to do that, but I would love to be able to do that greenhouse sooner rather than later. There we go, let's fill the water up. Okay, takes 1,000 litres, that's good. Yes, I would love to do the greenhouse. I think that could be a real money spinner. So perhaps once we've planted over the next few days, we will shift our focus back to maybe some pretty serious logging to build up the cash in the bank. I'll also want to not only plough all these fields under, but I'm going to expand again. I think we've got some potential to expand out of the back. If I just jump out here and we'll fly up. There's a big area back there that isn't too littered with trees, and there's another area there. I might keep this row here and put a path up through the middle, but there's a huge expanse there that we could utilise, and another one there. So definitely a little bit more logging, get rid of those trees and replant these fields as quickly as we can, because I am slightly worried about food for the horses. I'm not going to lie to you about that. So there we go. I think we'll call it there for this episode. It has been a couple of episodes since I've asked your guys' opinion on stuff. So as well as expanding the 2 fields, what, other than I do need to plant some oats, so we know we've got to do that. But other than that, what other crops should we put in here? Let's hear from you guys. I'll put up a post this week, a poll, and you can feedback what you'd like to see next. But there we go. We are sitting at just over $5,000 in the bank, but we have invested in our future with 2 horses, which look pretty happy and comfortable now. They've got everything they need. So thanks for watching. As always, I am the Farm Sim Guy, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye for now.